Hey, it's Bev here with your deep dive work for the month. This month, we are doing a circumstance audit. Sounds good, yeah? It's important. Here's why. For many of us who are in the world of doing inner work, personal growth, self development, there seems to be this idea that it's wrong to change things in your life. In the coaching world, we call them circumstances, the facts of our lives. There seems to be an idea that you're stronger or better or more evolved if you can just make yourself feel good about any of the circumstances in your life. I'm not saying you can't. For sure, there are tools to do it. But here's the problem with this idea. We really can only be thinking about one thing at a time. And when we are doing inner work on something, it takes away our focus from all the other things. It uses up our resources, our inner resources. So we want to choose very carefully which circumstance in our life we do our work on. If we don't allow ourselves to change the circumstances when we easily could without any cost to ourselves or our dreams, we might find ourselves doing the work on the circumstance that we create the most emotion for ourselves about, which may not be the circumstance that, if you did your work on it, would have the greatest impact on your life and your dreams. This is why it is so important to me to debunk this myth. If there are facts in your life, people, places, things going on, roles that you don't like and that you could very easily switch without any impact to your life, negative, just do it. Could you manage your mind about them? Yes. Why would you? Rather pick the circumstances that, if you managed your mind around them, would change everything for you. How do you decide? Okay, I'm going to give you some questions to ask yourself. It's a circumstance audit, and then you will know. Hopefully at the end of it, you will have some clarity. All right. First of all, list all the circumstances you have been doing some growth work on for the past few months. Okay, just make a list. Then for each one, ask yourself, first thing is, do I want this person, place, thing, role in my life? If your answer is yes, ask why. And if your answer is no, ask why. You want to know why you do or you don't want them. That'll start giving you some insight into where they're going to land in your final decision. Of course, there are some circumstances we can't change, right? If we have, an illness or diagnosis or something, some we can't change. For those ones, those are the ones that we want to spend our mental energy on, managing our minds around. So this only relates to the circumstances that you could get rid of in your life. You have the power to do it. All right. Question number 2. Could I remove or change it from my life? Okay, we've answered that. Question number 3. What would change immediately if I removed it? Don't censor yourself or judge yourself. You might say, I'll feel better. And then you might say, well, you'll only feel better because you changed it, not because you changed your thoughts, your mind, blah, 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 right? We can be very hard on us, ourselves, us seekers. It doesn't matter. If you think you would feel better immediately if you got rid of that thing, just write it down. It's okay that you would. Is it because you wouldn't be thinking about it anymore? Yes. And that's fine. We don't have to think about everything all the time. We can't think about everything all the time. Okay. Question number 4. What would I lose if I removed it from my life? Next question. I'm sure you can anticipate it. Number 5. What would I gain? Okay. If I did remove this circumstance, what would I focus my inner work on? My coaching, my self-coaching, my work with a coach, my work with a therapist. What would I focus my inner work on if I wasn't constantly coaching and focusing on this person or this job? It's a really important question. It's really going to help you in your decision of what to do with it in your circumstance audit. Okay, then the last question is, what is the potential impact of me switching my focus to that thing that I just came up with, that I would then do all my work on? Okay, so go through that for all your circumstances. Doesn't matter how many you have. Really pay attention to if you're judging yourself and telling yourself you should be better than this, you should be able to do it. I change circumstances all the time if I can, and if I determine that there will be no negative impact. There's no cost to me to doing it. I can't imagine why I wouldn't. Once you've done it, take a look through and make your decision. At the end of it, each one keep, go, change, blah, 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 blah. And then you will have your circumstance audit will be completed. Of course, now you will want to do the work on all the thoughts and feelings that might come up for you about changing the circumstance. That will let you know where the next step is. Are you worried you might hurt somebody's feelings? That's often one. If it is, that's the work to do.